Today, we're breaking down President Donald Trump's recent news conference, where he unveiled a bold new trade strategy centered on reciprocal tariffs, a move that sparked considerable debate. In a detailed briefing on Thursday, President Trump outlined his administration's approach to leveling the playing field in international trade. His focus on reciprocal tariffs has immediately drawn reactions from both allies and critics. During the conference, the president discussed a presidential memorandum that lays out a plan to impose tariffs on foreign nations. This document is a cornerstone of his broader strategy to enforce fair and reciprocal trade practices. Trump emphasized that these new tariffs are designed to compel other countries to adopt tariff levels similar to those imposed by the U.S., aiming to create a more balanced and fair international trade environment. The concept of reciprocal tariffs has quickly become the subject of debate, as it represents a tit-for-tat approach, insisting on equity in global trade. At the heart of this strategy is the desire to counteract what the administration sees as unfair trade practices by other nations, a move intended to safeguard American economic interests. For instance, the president highlighted a 2.9% tariff on ethanol as a benchmark, urging other countries to follow suit with comparable measures. The newly signed memorandum directs key advisors to evaluate potential reciprocal tariffs. However, while it sets a strategic direction, it stops short of providing detailed figures or timelines, raising concerns among economists and trade experts about possible market disruptions. Economic analysts warn that the introduction of these tariffs may lead to higher consumer prices. With the cost of imported goods likely to rise, everyday shoppers might soon feel the pinch at the checkout counter. Business leaders across various sectors are already preparing for adjustments in sourcing and pricing strategies. Internationally, other nations now face increased pressure to respond, as the U.S. move could reshape global trade relationships. The broader economic implications could extend to the entire U.S. economy, with some analysts predicting shifts in import levels and supply chain structures influencing long-term performance. One prominent analysis from Bloomberg Economics suggests that these tariffs could reduce overall U.S. imports by as much as 15% in the near term, a drop forcing companies to rethink their sourcing and production strategies. Experts predict rising import costs might lead to a 60 to 80 basis point increase in operating expenses for many businesses, potentially rippling through the economy and driving up prices for consumers. If widely enforced, U.S. tariffs on imports could surge by an average of 10 to 15 percentage points, challenging the competitiveness of many American industries. Turning to specific industries, the automotive sector could face substantial challenges as tariffs drive up the cost of imported vehicles, especially European models. Manufacturers must adjust pricing, production, and design strategies accordingly. Similarly, the electrical industry might see rising costs for imported components, potentially slowing technological innovation and squeezing profit margins. The industrial machinery sector also faces longer lead times and increased production expenses due to reliance on precision parts. Other sectors like gems, jewelry, pharmaceuticals, fuels, and iron are not immune, facing higher sourcing costs and pricing pressures affecting everything from luxury goods to essential medications. Despite potential increases in operational costs, industry groups suggest the overall employment picture in the U.S. may remain relatively stable. Some sectors might even see job growth due to protectionist measures. However, these gains could be offset by the higher costs of doing business. The uncertainty surrounding these tariff proposals is prompting heated discussions among international trade experts. Companies are reassessing their sourcing decisions in a rapidly evolving market, with analysts cautioning that resulting disruptions could stall crucial deals and dampen innovation. The balancing act is clear. While protectionist measures may shield certain domestic industries, they also risk driving up costs and destabilizing markets. As debates over their long-term effectiveness continue, global markets watch closely. Investors and trade partners assess how these measures might reshape international trade dynamics. Many experts warn that escalating tariffs could trigger a cycle of retaliatory measures and even spark a full-blown tariff war. Policymakers now face the delicate challenge of balancing protectionist goals with the need for global economic stability, a decision that could redefine international trade. Looking ahead, the long-term effects of these reciprocal tariffs remain highly uncertain. While some argue they could ultimately bolster American economic interests, others fear they might disrupt both domestic and global markets. To sum up, President Trump's introduction of reciprocal tariffs marks a significant shift in U.S. trade policy. Designed to enforce fairness, the move comes with complex economic implications, from market instability to shifts in global trade relationships. Thank you for joining us for this in-depth look at President Trump's trade policy initiatives. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment below with your thoughts. Stay tuned for more updates.